Hi guys, King here. So today is going to be a different kind of video. Today I'm going to be taking you guys through my workspace and showing you guys what I work with and how I keep myself motivated and the things that I use to make my work easier for me and my productivity area. This is a bit personal because I'm letting you guys into my space, but I just thought I'll show you guys what I work with. People have asked me a couple of times what my workspace look like and how I stay productive when I need to stay productive. So I'm going to be sharing a few devices that I use, a few tools that I use. And if you're out there looking for the same tools, I mean, they are all tools that I got here in Nigeria. In Lagos specifically, most of them are from Jumia and from GG. So yeah, let me just show you guys what it looks like. So this video is going to be one of those videos where I just walk through and you were just seeing, the stuff that I'm working with. I'm not going to be doing so many B-rolls. So it's just going to be points and explain what that is, tell you what this is and tell you what that is. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's start with the monitor. Now this is my monitor. This is a ASUS monitor. It's a 27 inches monitor, and I find that this is enough space for me to do what I have to do, on my laptop and not have to worry about space and all of that. And then I have this on the monitor. This is my monitor light bar. What this does for me is this brightens up all of my deck space, so I do not have to get a lamp, on the decks, and that helps me, clear up whatever I have on the deck, so I have a lot of space as well. And this light bar has two different lights. It has one at the front and it has one at the back. You can control this light just by tapping this, and it changes, the color temperature to from cool to warm. And you can also increase and reduce if you want to. Just hold on to it, and the light, begins to reduce. And same thing for the back. The back is RGB though, so it changes from multiple colors that you want. You can also increase, and you can also reduce just by holding the other side of the monitor bar. But yeah, I got this for 40K in Jumia sometime last year. Be careful though. See, mine got burnt because I plugged it directly to light source, and this is supposed to be with a 5 watts, charger or something. So you want to plug this directly to a USB port on an extension, not directly into the wall, with a charging brick. The next thing I have on my decks is my keyboard. This is Logitech K380. Most of you guys know about this keyboard already. I have a review about this keyboard somewhere on my page. I'm going to put the link there. And this is my mouse. This is Logitech MX Master 3. It's a good mouse. It has can connect to 3 different devices. It has a battery life of one charge, on one charge for about 30-40 days. I'm going to do a review of this one very soon and show you guys. It's an amazing mouse. I always have a jotter right next to me. What this does for me is, if I'm trying to remember something, I'm trying to copy down something, I copy that on here, where I then have a note where I do most of my scribbles for when, I'm in a meeting with the client and I'm just drafting out, ideas, and layout and stuff like that. I have MacBook here. This is a MacBook 2013. This is late 2013. It's a very old MacBook. It's a 15 inches MacBook, and it's sitting on a vertical laptop stand. I made it stand myself. I got wood and I just made it stand myself, so I can just plug this in, and then I plug it in here, and then I have a printer here, obviously, and I have my iPad here. Again, I have a board. What I do with this board is I draft out things I don't want to forget, plans and stuff like that. So I'm always seeing them. On the other side of the decks, we have my wireless charger that you guys know about, the flimsy one. You're still here, by the way. I have this coaster that I made myself, so I can just put my cup of tea, water, whatever I'm drinking on here, so it doesn't affect, the mat. And this mat, I got this one off Jumia for around, I think, 60 or thereabout. It's a long mat, as you can see. It's not that small. I mean, this entire table is about 6 feet, and you can see how wide the mat is on the table. I got this table done by a local artisan somewhere in Suliria, and he also did this monitorizer for me. What I do with this is I keep my speakers on there. The speakers are also by Logitech. I got them for 15K on one of the thrift shop Lawancy. And this is my sound card. This sound card is what obviously powers my mic, which is a BM800 that I got as well. I've also done a review of this. I'm going to put a link there as well if you want to watch and know what this mic sounds like. Now I have my primary laptop here. This is a 2020 MacBook Pro with an M1 chip. I also have the same laptop on a vertical stand that I did as well. So yeah, so there's space on here. Now under this monitor riser, I have things like my AirPods. So when I'm going to work, I don't use this in the house anyway, so when I'm going out. And then I have this. This is where I keep things like my smartwatch. This is your Rimo watch. The review of this has also been done. I will put a link in the description just so you want to watch that. And I have this for my light. I have this for my fan, which is the wireless, which is a rechargeable fan as well. And then I have this also. This is just where I keep stuff like my rags I clean the table with, fuel cache, my hard drive, and ATMs. And underneath here again, I have something else. Oh, okay. So I have my PS5 controller. This is the base model PS5. I just have the skin on top so I don't stain the white. I got the skin of Jumia as well. This is my graphic tablet. This is an Uyon 13, Uyon Canvas 13. I got this a couple of years ago from Jumia for around 100k. It comes with a stand, but I barely use the stand. I just keep the stand in here. Now, what is powering all of this setup? Because as you can see, my laptop is connected with just one single Type C. Now, it is connected to a dock. Yeah, I can't show you guys. It's kind of dark. So this is what powers up the entire system. You can see there are two ports at the front, and there are multiple ports at the back as well that you can use to connect things like HDMI and stuff like that. So that is what I use powering up this entire system. That you can see here. It's what allows me to use just one single connection, to power up everything. This monitor is not sitting on a, the legs are not there. So I'm using the monitor arm to make sure this monitor is kind of floating. If you look underneath, you can see that there is no hand, holding the monitor aside from the monitor arm that I have here. So what this does for me is it allows me to be able to, let me just set this down here. It allows me to be able to do something like this. I can bring this closer if I want, and I can take it back as well if I want. I can also lift it up if I want. Something is tying it down because of the keyboard. I can also bring it down if I want, So this is the cool thing I think people should have if you want to have that kind of floating effect, You want to get a monitor arm. I got that one off a tech company called Tech Direct. I got it for around 40k sometime last year, I think. And then up here, I have a couple of texts that I put up that kind of helps me, stay motivated. I have things like show up. These are things I designed myself, by the way. I have things like show up. Let me see if I can change the light to better. I have things like show up. Says when you feel like, when you don't feel like, come or high water, show up. I have things like do better, and I have things like ikigai. So ikigai is especially how the value of living, what life means to you, essentially. And then I have my skateboard on this other side that I painted. I also have a video of this on my YouTube. If you're interested, I'm going to put a link in the video for you to look at. And then what else? What else? Okay, here. So under my desk is my PS5, and this is my cable management. I have extension that run all the way down to my CPU that then run to that socket out there, or that outlet. So everything stays up here, all the way. So there's just one single wire that's coming down. There's not much wire coming down, and making this place look a bit neat. So I'm not kicking wires and all of that. So I forgot to mention that this headset, the headset by Avid, the noise cancelled headset. I used to have an Astro 810, but the way I got back to, and I used it as a replacement. Now, if you look at the back of my decks, you would see that there is a light that goes all the way. Now, that light is your Ramo light, the Ramo strip light, the smart one that I also reviewed on my channel. So I kind of use that light to separate my decks from the wall. Okay, so pretty much that is everything that I work with. I think the only thing I didn't mention in the deck setup is this chair that I'm sitting on. So I got this chair again of a dealer someone in Joe Lego for around 275k sometime last year. I think earlier this year, I'm not even sure. But yeah, that is what my office looks like. I'm sure there's things I didn't show you guys, but if you want to know more about more of the stuff I have in the office, say like the monitor, for instance, I didn't mention the monitor can connect to two different HDMI. So So I have my PC, I have my laptop and my console connected to it. So all I have to do is just click a button underneath and it changes, it changes from one HDMI to another HDMI. Let me know if there's something about my station you want to know about that I did not mention, or if you need help connecting the dealers, or you need help getting links to the product that I've spoken about. And then I will get back to you guys in the comment section. Thank you for staying to the end. Please like, share, subscribe, and see you guys in the next one.